Good morning. My name is Dele Ayemibo, and my contemplation this morning is still continuation of the conversation around government objective to be able to grow export. And the second objective is on trade revenue growth, boosting export and foreign exchange earning. I've talked about revising trade strategy laws and regulation, championing regional trade agreement. I've spoken about digital trade before, so I'll be skipping that. But the one I'm focusing on this morning is regulator synergy for improve market access. I sincerely commend this particular aspect of the strategy, because quite frankly, if Nigeria is going to be able to grow export, we need to increase market access, and it's not something an individual can do. It's not. It's what the government will have to help us to do. Because, Nigerian government have embassies around the world. And there are two agencies of government I think are the most critical in this. Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. There must be a serious synergy between those two agencies. It's amazing when we run a program. It's called Executive Diploma in Export Business Management. I think 2 years ago, a particular guy called us to do the program. This is a Nigerian guy working in Nigeria, but working in an embassy of a European country, one of the largest economy in Europe, in EU, a European country, is working there as a Nigerian, but is being sponsored by that organization to go and do executive diploma in export business management. That's how serious the embassy is about empowering the staff who happen to be a Nigerian working there to be able to help that country in Europe find market in Nigeria. Is that not interesting? They are empowering a Nigerian who is working in their embassy, one of the largest economy in the EU, training the staff in executive diploma in export business management because it has a mandate to help the country's businesses to find market in Nigeria. That's Ministry of Foreign Affairs of that country, helping to grow trade in Nigeria, being one of the largest economy in Africa. Can you imagine that thinking and the kind of investment they are making? Because they recognize the fact that their citizens will not be able to come into Nigeria easily. They need to work with someone resident in Nigeria, and more important, with a Nigerian. So Ministry of Trade need to work with Ministry of Foreign Affairs to help to grow export in Nigeria. Now, how can we do this? I strongly believe, and I've advocated for this for years, that the president, whenever the ambassador, I heard the list is being compiled, whenever the ambassador has been dispatched to wherever it is they are going, they must have a target. Among every other thing, they must have a target that you are there to sell Nigeria and to grow Nigerian export to that country. As a matter of fact, there must be doubling, Nigeria, what's the name? Madam Noyen, NDPC, CEO, Executive Director, as a slogan, double export. I think double Nigerian export, double non-export, something like that. The ambassador should be given a mandate within a year. You must double Nigerian export to that country. Meaning, if you don't meet your target, you will leave of your job, will get someone else to go and do it. So that, because I've been in a situation where we went into a country in West Africa for a trade mission. And do you know the Nigerian embassy in that country sabotaged our effort? They had an issue with Nigerians in that country that we're working with to be able to do trade mission. All that they needed to do in writing to ensure the good arrived the country without being paid duty because we are coming for trade mission, they declined. They had this issue of money with the guy because the guy was expecting a lot of money that we needed to raise for this project, but we didn't get all the money. I was in the chamber at the time, and we didn't get all the money. Being private sector, we're supported by even NPC for that mission to reduce the cost of this particular trade mission to this country. But do you know they sabotage the effort? They didn't write that letter. We had to raise money to pay to clear the goods. And they could have used diplomatic means to get those goods into the country for us to do those trade missions. The program started on Wednesday to Saturday. The good arrived on Tuesday. We could not clear until Thursday. Tuesday we could not use it. Wednesday we could not use it. It came on Thursday evening. So we could only use it on Friday and Saturday. And the program ended on Saturday. That's how terrible. That's the mindset of some of our people in some of the Nigerian embassy abroad, because there's no matching order that you are in that country to grow your economy back at home. How do you grow your economy back at home from that country? The way you do it is to market Nigeria. Market Nigeria. So it's extremely important that we have an export desk in all our embassies, such that if I need to get information about the export market in Cyprus, export market in France, export market in Cote d'Ivoire, export market in South Africa, export market in UK, US, Canada, I will just have to reach out, get to their website. In fact, Ministry of Foreign Affairs should list the name of the contact person and their phone number and email. So I can reach him and say, please, I need this information. It might even mean paying a token, maybe $50, $100. You can pay a token, create a platform where people can pay with their card. So that means the agency can even make money from the process, but not something expensive, to be able to run that particular office, so that this person on ground can provide all the information required. The embassy working Ministry of Trade can help us with market intelligence. Market intelligence. Market intelligence. Now, one of the most important way to have successful and sustainable export, and I've done this in China, I've done this in UAE, shipment to UAE, I've done this in shipment to Canada, I've done this in shipment to the US, and I've done this in shipment to the UK. And to be able to sustain the export business in those countries is to have a representative. And I think with the aid of the embassy, they can help us screen and get businesses who can act as representative and charge a fee for their service. But they can help in market access. They can help in marketing the product. They can help in customer service and resolving issues after, if there are issues. They can help in securing contracts, and they will pay. We will pay them for the service. By the end of the day, even if I'm shipping on open account, a payment method that is not very secure, I have a rep on ground that will ensure I will not be duped. And number one, I'm dealing with a real company, a credible organization that have a name to protect, that will not swindle Nigeria, because of Nigeria have lost of me trying to export. So we need this collaboration. I feel the most important collaboration is between Ministry of Trade, NEPC, and the Nigerian and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Ministry of Foreign Affairs need to see beyond all other things they are doing, that they can help to grow the economy, reduce inflation, by helping to increase market access and growing non-oil export from Nigeria. I'm not sure they are seeing this as a major work that they can do, and the fact that they have what it takes. For example, I've advocated the fact that we can actually, in a year, double our export by focusing on one commodity, soybeans. We have the land, we can get improved varieties, and we have relationship with China. And China is a major buyer. And we can have an agreement with them that they tell us they are going to buy 5 billion because they buy 60%. Soybeans, the export in the world is over 90 billion. China is buying 60% of that. That's over 50 billion. 60% of that is China alone. 60%. So China can say, okay, we'll buy 5 billion from us, and we have an arrangement. We give them also business in Nigeria, and they'll buy from us 5 billion every year. And government, state government can then partner with farmers to massively farm soybeans, get plants to clean it up and bag it, get improved variety to increase our yield per hectare and reduce the cost per metric ton for export, and export to China and get paid. So with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we can secure those kind of agreements in the export market. So I've talked about diplomatic engagement in securing agreement in the export market. I've talked about market intelligence sharing, then promotion of trade shows. Trade shows. We've done a lot of trade shows, but the trade shows should be done in a way that the embassy will have helped us to bring together the people we need to meet. That means, I'm talking about trade show. Let me tell you the kind of trade show UAE did in Nigeria some time ago. They came into Nigeria for a trade mission. They invited different chamber of commerce. I invited Lagos Chamber of Commerce, another chamber of commerce, and I was there representing Lagos Chamber of Commerce. In the front of the hall were the sitting facing the podium for all the speeches, but at the back was table and chair one-on-one session with about 17 business people that came to have discussion. So, it's so important. It's easy to know a country that is very serious. They not talk show. The talk was for a few hours. The remaining time, one-on-one session with business people in Dubai to have conversation. And I noticed something since Dubai started Export Dubai, because I was at their office in Dubai to meet the guy that came. I was trying to also get some customer in Dubai, and I needed to talk to him. And when I got to the building, he told me about the fact that there's no joke here. If you are not going to be able to deliver, resign. They call it Export Dubai. And I noticed Dubai is now among top exporter in the world. And when I was talking, this issue happened just before COVID. It's been 5 years. Dubai today is one of the top exporter in the world. Probably among the top 10 or top 20. They were not near that before. And it's not just crude oil. They're doing so many things. Why are they able to achieve that? And Nigeria happened to one of their destinations. In fact, they are among Nigerian, in one of the major origin of Nigerian products right now. Meaning what they did 5 years ago is yielding results massively. Why? It's not talk show. We do a lot of these things. We carry booths and we need to stop these booths. We need to do a solo trade mission. We bring our people there. The embassy arrange the business people. We know the sector we are targeting. Maybe in that country, they buy a lot of commodity. So we are going with commodity people, or they buy a lot of manufactured goods. Or what we must identify the sector that they do a lot of import in that country that Nigeria can supply, so that we are meeting importers in that country who currently import those raw material from other parts of the world, that they can do business with Nigeria. Because when they meet people one-on-one, there is credibility, there is trust, there can even be negotiation on the spot, there can even be signing of agreement on the spot before we leave that show. So we need to stop this booth display that we do, that people will come, solo exhibition. It's not even an exhibition. Business to business meeting. Business. So the embassy brought the people. So we know the embassy already is bringing 20 businessmen who import raw cashew nut, who import cashew kernel, who import cocoa beans, who import soya beans, who import any commodity we can produce in large quantity we want to ship to that country. So that means that country is a major buyer of that product. And we do all the introduction, talk shop and the like, and then do one-on-one meeting. One-on-one. So the Nigerian delegation is going to meet 2, 3, 4 buyers and be able to sign the 1 or 2 before leaving. So at the end of the day, we can have, and then the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the DEX officer on the export there is able to monitor and help. Nigerian government agency can help to grow non-oil export in Nigeria. You have what it takes. We just need leadership to guide them to be able to know exactly what to do. And they need capacity building. I told you about the fact that I don't want to mention the name of this embassy, just for privacy reasons. This embassy I talked about that was training a Nigerian working with them in diploma in export business management. We need that kind of training for all the Nigerian export desk officers that will be able to help us handle this. I believe this is possible and that we can make this happen to be able to grow Nigerian export trade. So talking to the Minister of Trade and Nigerian Export Promotion Council, that the plan to have synergy among government agencies is a fantastic objective to achieve your goal. I think it's a good one and a good strategy. I pray it works, that you're able to engage Ministry of Foreign Affairs to be able to do what you need to do to grow the Nigerian non-oil export. This is my contemplation this morning and my contribution to what the Minister of Trade is trying to do in growing non-oil export in Nigeria. Thank you very much. See you in the next video and bye for now.